All right, hopefully for the last time. Welcome to the Jammin Sports Show. I am Drew Carfrey. We are just waiting for my guest to show up, or not my guest, my co-host. Sorry. Um, he says things should be good now, so let's see. All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay.
Wait. Pause.
Yeah.
Just gotta see. There's no echo. Not
Okay.
hearing it. Not hearing an echo.
Hey.
I think we're good now, Drew.
Finally.
Yes, we're good. We are good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Woo! All right. All right. Oh man. It's all Drew's fault.
Dude, we
And
can
that's
only
the reason
see half
why
your face.
it took forever. It's all Drew's fault. Like, it was never my fault the entire time. Uh, Yep. Drew had to run errands earlier. That's why it got moved from 12 to
Yeah.
like
And then
oh man.
technical difficulties delayed us from 5 o'clock to text notes 5:36.
Yeah, but we got it now. We are all
Okay,
good. Oh man, Drew, it has been a long
it
year
has, and
since
our
we've last done this show, and
yes, and
coincidentally, I'm
our
in my Whooper gear.
yeah. How about that? How about that? And
Yes, like yeah,
yes,
yeah, like
our
oh, you go ahead, Drew.
no, I was just saying our technical difficulties are definitely showing our rust.
Yes, yeah, yeah. You
Yes,
can tell it's been a hot minute.
yes.
But
Don't worry,
eventually
guys.
we
We will
got it
get
to
this
work,
all.
so our degrees,
Yep.
came to play.
Yes. We will get this all signed up, and hopefully this will be a smoother process going forward. Um,
Yes.
we will try to be on here every week,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
or yeah, just as often as we can. Um, yeah, so welcome back to the re-debut, if you will.
Yes, the Jammin Sports Show is back, man. I mean, Drew called me up, earlier this week, and he told me like, hey, man, you want to bring it back? And I was like, is that even a question? Let's go, like, let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, we had a lot of
Yeah,
success,
let's run it back.
last year. Even though it was just for like class purposes, so like we bonded pretty good, with our sports talk, and
Yeah,
we had so much fun, watching the sports and just talking, sports, and like even after we all graduated, we still text each other, like all the sports
yeah.
that like went down. Oh man, uh, we have a lot to recap if you want to go down that route. To
Oh yeah,
recap. I
let's
mean,
do it. Let's do
oh
it.
man. Well, I mean, which sport you want to go? I mean, I don't know where to
I have
start, Drew.
no idea. I have no idea. Um, where do you think we should start?
You know what? I'm a huge college football guy. Let's recap college football.
Oh yeah. Jeez,
Yeah,
that feels like
yeah.
forever ago.
It's been a hot minute, but like right now, it's the spring games that's going on right now. Um,
Yeah.
like
Um.
a lot of good spring games that's going on. Got some new identity with some new coaches like Brian Kelly
Yep.
at LSU now. Yeah, but
Yep.
yeah, but
Him and his fake
and my
southern
Miami
accent.
Hurricanes new coach.
Yeah. Let's talk about Kelly for a sec, though. Him
Oh yeah,
and his
yeah.
fake southern accent.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. He was reaching there. Yeah, I mean, like, I
Yeah.
know moving to Baton Rouge and everything. You get to,
Yeah.
like, get all the, like, the Southern food, but man, that was very interesting.
Man.
Well, what are your thoughts, Drew, on that?
It's just so cringy.
Did you
Like,
even watch the entire film, like the entire video?
yes, it was all just so cringy. Like, it wasn't even good. It kind of sucked, honestly. Oh,
Oh
Kelly,
yeah.
Kelly, Kelly,
Uh,
Coach Kelly.
but
We
the,
hope
the
you're.
bright side, LSU, he is a good coach. Like we can agree to that. He is a good coach.
Yes.
Just probably not the
Oh
best
yes,
speaker in the world.
for sure.
You know.
Yeah, for sure. Um, let's just hope that his football teams are better than his accent impersonations.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Drew, how about those Georgia Bulldogs? They finally got over the hump
Yes.
and won the national
Yeah.
championship for the first time since 1980, I believe.
I think even the 70s.
It's definitely been a while, since
Yes.
they've been crowned national
Yes.
champs. So, like, I mean,
Yes.
Drew, they were dominant from start to finish, throughout this entire season.
Oh yeah. And Chris, I'm gonna go on record and say that was the best defensive football I have seen all year, or all my entire life,
Yep.
actually.
I yeah,
Just
I definitely agree. Like as far as like our lifetime, I can definitely agree that was
yeah,
probably the best defense that like we've seen since like we've been watching college football.
yeah,
Like
and
of course. Oh yeah, you go ahead, Jim.
no, yeah, just the wire to wire consistency all season long from that Georgia defense was special to watch. It was, and I'm an offensive minded guy, and I like offense, but I can respect that defense and what they were able to do to some of the most explosive offenses in the league, in the country.
Yeah, and honestly, Drew, like even leading back to Georgia's first game against Clemson, I feel like that they broke Clemson after that game. I
Oh
feel like
yeah,
that they completely broke them, and Clemson, like, although Clemson they still had a pretty good season, but like not a national
not to the
championship
standards
type
of
season
Clemson.
that we're used to seeing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, go ahead, Drew.
No, I was yeah. You go ahead, actually.
Yeah, but like Clemson, they still had a good year, but like I feel like that game broke them. It broke them so badly, Drew. Not only that, we didn't see them in the college football playoffs. We didn't even see them in the ACC championship game. The ACC championship game this year, Drew. It was between Pittsburgh and Wake Forest.
Oh
Was
yeah.
that part of your predictions?
No,
Wake
not at the
Forest versus
beginning of the year.
Pittsburgh.
Not at the beginning of the
Yeah.
year. Not at the beginning. Also, let's
Yeah,
talk about that.
yeah,
Pittsburgh
like,
was outstanding.
oh yeah, Kenny Pickett,
Can he
Kenny
pick it?
Pickett. Oh, and Drew, like I know, they took this, rule away like after he did that, at the ACC
Oh
championship game. But
yes,
but
yes,
that play
yes.
that he did, the fake slide, come on, like
That was
that was an
dirty. That
amazing
was
play.
dirty. That was
I
dirty.
loved it. I loved it, Drew.
Oh,
I loved it. Oh man.
oh man. Why'd they have to change the rule?
Uh that it was so
Why?
good. Like
Yeah.
that play that he did, like it was amazing. And I mean it was legal. Like leading up to it, because I remember him like talking about it, because he was saying yeah, he was running, and then when he was getting ready to slide, he was like, you know what, why am I sliding here? Like I still got some room. And like that's when he switched up, hit the fake slide, and it was off to the races. And that was pretty much
Oh,
game right there. That was ball game. That
oh,
set the tone for Pittsburgh. They wound up winning their first ACC championship.
yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
favorite play from any team, any player, all season long in college football. Outstanding stuff. Um, maybe the Steelers can draft him. Maybe
Yes. Oh, the draft is coming up. It's coming up. It's very
it
close,
is.
Drew.
It is.
Very close. It's right around the corner.
Hey, Chris, what do you want your Bears to do in this draft this year?
Oh man. I really want some offensive linemen for Justin Fields. I think that's an
Yeah,
area that we definitely need, because we already have a quarterback. We have that
yeah,
we got the quarterback that we want. Now we need guys to protect him so he can do his thing. And
yeah,
give him enough time to throw the ball. Also, pick up some nice receivers as well for him. Give him some options. And we also need a stronger running game. I don't think that we had a good running game this past season either. The
oh
defense,
yeah,
they're playing good enough to my liking, to where they can keep the Bears in each
oh
game. It's
yeah,
just offensively that
oh yeah.
you need more
They can
protection
score
for
to save
Justin
their life.
Fields. Yeah, yeah, definitely need more protection, for Justin Fields. Give him
Uh
a
huh.
few more options in the air, and a stronger running back.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure, for sure.
Yeah, and
Now I
now
think
I'll pass it to you, Drew. Oh,
yeah. So I think we need some similar things to the
mhm.
Bears. We need some protection up front. I do like the idea of getting a quarterback, like I mentioned, a Kenny Pickett. Um, Another guy that I like is Malik Willis out of Liberty. I think he
Yep,
would be
yep.
a
We
good
talked
fit
about
as
that.
well.
Yep. And I
Um,
actually saw him in the Senior Bowl. He looked really good, Drew. He looked really good.
oh yeah, oh yeah, um, yeah. So and yeah, if we do get a quarterback, then I think our next step is to be
Yeah.
picking up some linemen, whether that's the draft or even in free agency yet. Um,
Like, man.
hey, don't be tired already, man.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Drew, like, I'm trying to get used to talking quarterbacks with you for the Pittsburgh Steelers, because I'm so used to hearing Ben Roethlisberger, but he retired
Yeah.
after this past season. So Drew, I just want you to just reflect on the legacy of Ben Roethlisberger. What he meant to Pittsburgh, and what kind of legacy does he leave behind?
Yeah. I think he's definitely going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Just for his accolades, his statistics, um, two Super Bowls, even though both of them were kind of early on in his career. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I just think Ben, he's going to go down as one of the greats of all time. Um,
Yeah, and like, oh, and like, I also want to add, like, even though, like, like towards like his last half, like, like he wasn't like as strong as he was like in his
oh,
early days.
of
He
course.
still found a way to make it to the playoffs, and like,
Yes,
I think
and
like that deserves a lot of credit.
yes, and I also want to add one thing. Thank you, Tom Brady, for unretiring, because that most
Wow.
likely means that Ben will have the solo spotlight when it
Yes,
comes to the
that
Hall
is
of
true.
Fame
That is
when his
true.
time is up. Um, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So,
those are my thoughts on
Drew,
that.
since you, yeah, Drew, since you mentioned Tom Brady, let's elaborate more on that. Drew, are you surprised that Tom Brady pulled a fast one on America? That with this.
I was more surprised about just the initial news that he had retired
Yeah.
because, I mean, yeah, normally we're not surprised that a 44-year-old player announced their retirement, but with Tom, it really was surprising. Especially, I think the way the season ended for them, the Buccaneers.
Yeah, yeah.
I
They
think
were
Tom Brady's the type of guy
literally
who,
one play away from making it to the Super Bowl.
yeah,
They were one play away.
oh yeah, yeah. We'll talk about that in a minute. But
Yeah.
Tom Brady, he seems like the type of guy who he don't want to go out like that. I
Yeah.
think it would have been different if they had made the Super Bowl and had won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But that winning drive just fuels his fire, and he decided to come back one year, and as you said, pulled a fast one on the entire league.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw like the Colts Twitter page or Instagram page, but it was hilarious.
Yes,
Their social media post. You saw it.
yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, like it was the SpongeBob show.
Yes,
Oh man,
yes,
you know what? I think we can blame the Colts. We can put blame to the Colts because
yeah, they jinxed it.
little like cause like they should have known in that episode that SpongeBob winds up going back to his house. Like
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah, they totally jinxed it. They should have watched the
yep.
rest of that episode.
Yep. I'm sticking with that story, Drew, for the rest of my life.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, what were we about to say, Drew?
no, go ahead.
Okay, okay. Drew,
Go ahead.
I since we're talking about the NFL and we're sort of talking about playoffs, we gotta talk about the Chiefs versus the Bills. Oh man, you remember that game, Drew?
Oh,
Oh
greatest game of the year.
my yes. Oh, man, can't be quiet. Yeah, that my little sister. Sorry about that.
No, you're
Yeah,
good. You're good.
yeah. But Drew, that game. I watched football for long enough, probably as long as you. I have never seen
Yeah.
a crazier finish than that.
No. I can't remember crazier finish. Um, yeah. Insane. Insane. Hats off to both of those teams for putting on the show that they did. It's one of those games where it's a shame that someone had to lose.
Yeah, and then like Drew, like it made me feel even more terrible for the Bills that they didn't get a chance to get their offense out on the field. They didn't get a chance.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a big controversy going into this off season that the officials are going to be looking at. I heard they changed the overtime rule, especially for the playoffs, where both teams will get an opportunity.
Yes, and I think
So I'm
I
really
think
curious
that
to
is
see how that will
definitely
play out.
fair.
Yeah, that is huge.
Yeah, and Drew, we nearly had the same thing happen the week later when the Chiefs played the Bengals.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Um, Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, hats off to the Bengals. I mean, who would have thought? The
I
Bengals
know.
were playing really, really good. This past season.
Oh yeah, they shocked the world, I think, this year.
I mean,
Um,
Drew, like we saw this from a mile away. Like that LSU duo. I mean,
oh,
it worked like a charm.
unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Yeah.
It could be even better this season.
Yeah. Like they are. They're just now getting started. Like they aren't veterans in the NFL. Like they're brand new to this league. They're very fresh. So many years of potential that they have. Within the franchise. Yeah. Like
Mm-hmm.
hopefully for the Bengals they don't let this duo go because this is a Super Bowl championship duo. Although they,
Oh
although
yeah.
they didn't get it done this past year, they could definitely win the Super Bowl with those two.
Yeah, and understandable that they weren't able to complete the job, but they were like literally one play away. But then, unfortunately, a man by the name of Aaron Donald happened.
Oh, Drew.
That dude's a beast.
Oh, Drew. Oh, man. Oh, he was on another level, Drew.
Oh
It
god,
was impossible. Oh my gosh, I've
that
never
was
seen that
Hall
in
of
live
Fame level
before.
football.
Oh my
Hall
gosh,
of Fame
Drew.
level.
Oh, oh man, oh man, he is without that. That's without that a Hall of Famer. Oh man, did he win MVP? I mean,
He should
the
have
way
if
that
he did.
he played, like the way that he played,
Yes.
not just in the Super Bowl game, but like the entire season, he was playing lights
Yeah.
out. I think this was by far his best year. Period. That I
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we were talking about Georgia's defense in college. Um,
Yeah.
Aaron Donald, just like Georgia's defense, single-handedly took over games at times, especially wrapping up the Super Bowl.
Yeah. I definitely agree. I'm like plug my phone in because like I see the thing that needs charge.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me see if I can.
Well, you're upside down. Well,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh man. Okay. I think yeah. Don't worry. I got it all secured. All right.
Yep.
Anyway, don't worry. We're not having
Hey, we're
difficulties. I just
live,
had
Eddie.
to put my phone in a different
No.
place.
Hey, we're live. You never know what you're gonna see here on the Jammin Sports Show. This is
Right.
definitely a sign for things to come.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Drew, what was your other highlight? In the NFL season.
Um, do you want to turn down for Watt?
We're going that
Turn
route, Drew.
down
We're
for
going that
Watt.
route.
Yes. Historic season from your Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker and Defensive Player of the Year, T.J. Watt.
Oh man. Oh man, he was so good. He was so good, Drew. Oh man.
I do think they robbed him on that last sack still. The
Yeah.
record breaker, or what would have been the record breaker. Instead, he had to settle for record tying, unfortunately. 22 and a half sacks, so. And the crazy thing is he was injured for a few games this season,
Yeah.
this past
Yeah.
season, and was out for some whole games and missed a lot of some second games and half of games and whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
He was
I
outstanding.
yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree, Drew. I mean, like, this season. So, like, this was
We
like
can't
the
hear you.
first year,
There you go.
you know, like, I was in COVID, like, like we're still in a pandemic, but like we were also like, get the fans back out there, like it just felt like there was like a lot
Yeah.
more energy this past year.
Oh yeah, totally. And it was definitely missed the season before. Just that energy. It's just yeah. It's something that you can't replicate. Even when you try to funnel in the fake crowd noise like they tried to do, you just can't replicate the real deal, man. And yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but like the 2020 season, like they definitely did the best they could, like in all the sports, and we still have fun, like during our senior year, back at Wartburg.
ah, that feels like ages ago, man.
Yeah.
That feels so long ago. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like they're actually getting ready to
Ah,
wrap up their
man.
their winter semester, and you know take I think like take like a week off, and then they get ready for the midterm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but but Drew, we got the drafts coming up, and we got a new NFL league that is making a rebirth. I think
Yes.
next
The
week.
USFL.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh man.
Um,
Or actually, it's going
I
to
want to
come on
know.
today. Like not next week. It's going to come on today.
Tonight, yeah.
Um on NBC or Fox. I'm like looking it up right now. It's between
I think
the
both.
they're going to play on both.
Yeah, I think one game on one and another game on the other.
Ah,
I could be
okay,
totally
okay.
wrong about that, but yeah,
Wow, wow. But Drew, football is back, baby. We are back.
we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait.
Yeah. So Drew, we're technically doing this at the right time. The Jammin Sports Show. Shoot, I mean,
Oh
we
yeah.
got just we got just one game today, Drew, and then 3 games tomorrow.
Yes. Not one, not two, but three.
Oh man, Drew, like
Let's go.
although like we don't know like everybody that is playing Drew, but we can still make some predictions, especially for this game that'll be coming on later on well actually in like 20 minutes from now. It's going to be between New Jersey and
Yes.
Birmingham. So Drew, let's make an early prediction. Who you got tonight? You got New Jersey or Birmingham?
Well, Chris, I must say, like you sort of touched on this, I'm not familiar with these teams yet. So honestly, I really don't have an answer right now. I really do not.
Yeah, I'm with you, Drew. I would not have an answer, but I'm probably just gonna go with Birmingham just because I'm very close to Birmingham right now. Because like Tallahassee is only 6 hours away
Fair
from
enough.
Birmingham,
All right. Fair enough.
and the game
Fair
is
enough.
in
Fair enough.
Birmingham. Yeah,
Fair
yeah. So
enough.
yeah. So Drew, let me give you and our other fans the rundown of like how long this season goes. So this season, it starts today, April 16th, and it's gonna go all the way
Yep.
through July, Sunday, July 3rd, the day before the 4th of July. That's where they're gonna have the
Uh-huh.
USFL championship game, and it's gonna be at the NFL, Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton, Ohio. That's where they're going to have the championship.
Chris, I must say, that is probably the most American thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh man. Oh, and as far as the playoffs, Drew, how that works is they're gonna there's a total of 8 teams that's in this league. The top 2 teams from each division will go to the playoffs. They'll have 2 semifinal games. That Saturday on Saturday, June 25th, which is the week before, the championship game. That's where they'll have the
On the
semifinals,
3rd
and
of July.
yep, yep. And so that's how
All right.
that's going to go about.
All right. Yeah. I am very excited to see how that plays out. But Chris, let's talk about something going on right now. The NBA playoffs.
Oh yes, Drew. I, you see me, looking to my TV sometimes. I actually have it tuned to the Raptors versus the 76ers right now.
Well, guess what? I think I do too. I do too, yes. Right now we got the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Toronto Raptors. But Chris, let's talk about the game earlier today between the Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh
The
yes, oh
Mavs without
yes.
Luka Doncic. Um, the
Yeah,
Jazz,
and
they take game one.
yeah, and honestly, Drew, I think that played a key factor to Dallas losing, in my personal opinion. I think like
Oh, yes.
them losing Luca really hurt them in game one against the Jazz. And, and
Yeah, Luka got hurt in the last game of the regular season.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
hopefully he's
Do you
not
know
out
how
for too
long he's
long.
going to be out?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Hopefully it's not too long. Hopefully he can come back and give some assistance to his Dallas Mavericks. See if they can make a run at this thing despite going down in game one
Yeah,
to the Jazz tonight. Um, yeah.
yeah. And Drew, this is this turned into a huge threat for the Dallas Mavericks. Like I was going to give
Oh, yeah.
the Mavericks a 4-1 game. Honestly, I was going to give them 4-1 because of Luca. But like now, like taking Luca out of the game, um, this is honestly up for grabs. This could go all the
Yeah.
way down to game 7, or Utah can potentially pull this one out.
Oh, yeah. I think if they get Luca back, this series will definitely switch momentum. Um, I think you'll see a huge momentum switch if Luca can come back, and hopefully he can. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, let's move on to the game happening right now. We got the Raptors and the 76ers. Chris, I think the 76ers could make a deep playoff run.
Drew, I agree with you. I definitely agree. Drew, Philadelphia is craving for not only an East championship, they want to go to the NBA, finals. They have the tools, the Jimmys and Joes to get to the
The
NBA finals.
Jimmys and Joes.
Yes, I said the Jimmys and Joes. They
Yeah,
they have they have everything that
the
you need to
Jimmys and
get.
Joes.
They have everything that you need to get to the finals, Drew. So Drew, what do you think is the key for them to get over the hump and finally get to the NBA finals where they have a shot of finally getting that crown?
Well, you said the Jimmys and Joes, right?
Right.
How about I raise you the James and Joels?
Ah, I see what you did there.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
no, I think the addition of James Harden was huge for the 76ers, teaming him up with the big man in the middle, Joel Embiid, who can also knock down the three, which is ridiculous for his size. Um, Joel is definitely an MVP candidate for sure this season.
Yep. I definitely agree 100%, Drew. Yeah, I I hope that with adding James Harden, they can do it. But Drew, um, I want to talk. I want to talk about um who is it? The Hawks from last night, man. I like.
Yes.
Can we
Oh,
give
oh,
a shout
oh.
out to Trey Young, the cold man, the cold man.
Ice tray. The ice
Yes, he puts
tray.
the ice on them. Yes.
So cold. So cold. Oh my god. I was watching some highlights today. I actually was not able to see this game live, but I did see the highlights this morning, preparing for today's show. Oh my goodness. Trey Young, logo three after logo three after logo three. Just ridiculous. All of his three misses were from, quote, normal range,
Yeah. And
which
Drew,
is insane to me
now,
to think about.
yeah, yeah, and Drew, now they advanced to the actual first round, but they got lined up against the Miami Heat. So Drew, can they make a decent run against the Heat?
I think they can. I mean, listen, you got a player like Trey Young, right? Don't forget
Mhm.
about that supporting cast. They are very good shooters of the basketball. And when you got shooters like that, I think you always have a chance, Chris. I think you always have a chance. But then
Yes,
again,
yes,
so does Miami.
yeah. I feel like that this is going to be a 4-2 game that Miami wins. Like I think that this can be competitive. It definitely can go to a game 7. I can definitely see it. But I still believe that Miami's going to
Yeah,
find a way to get past this first round. But like Miami, they definitely got the toughest matchup for their first round.
yeah.
Um, well, like not as tough as the Boston Celtics, who their 7 seed matchup is against the Brooklyn Nets, who Drew. I can actually see them making it to the Eastern Conference Championship and possibly even making it to the
Oh,
finals.
yeah.
I can I I definitely see
Oh,
it
yeah.
to everybody watching. Don't let that number 7 seed fool you because
No.
they now have Kyrie Irving, back on the team, and Drew
Oh,
they are
yeah.
playing like they could be like a 1 seed or 2 seed right now. Like definitely don't let their low
Oh,
seed
yeah.
or high seed that can fool you.
Oh yeah, definitely. Kyrie, KD, and Seth Curry, not to be confused with who we'll talk about a little later on. Um, Brother Steph would be proud.
Yes, yes, Drew. So Drew,
Could we
you
potentially
know,
see?
keep going.
Okay. Could we potentially see a brother versus brother NBA Finals?
Drew, the world would love nothing more than see a matchup like that. But honestly, Drew,
Oh yeah.
I've actually made some predictions. Earlier with like my other classmates. Guess who I have in the NBA Finals?
Let's hear it.
I got the Phoenix Suns versus the
Oh
Brooklyn Nets.
yeah,
Yeah,
I could definitely see
and
that. I could.
and the Suns, they win it, and Chris Paul gets his first ring. I'm predicting that right now on this show, Drew. You heard it
Wow.
here
Wow.
first.
Wow. You'll either be a genius or we'll all be making fun of you on a future episode of the Jammin Sports Show. We'll see. We'll see. We'll
Yes,
see.
yes, this is being recorded, so I cannot hide. I said the word, so I can't take it back.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And so yes, Chris. Let's all right. Let's get a look in here on this game right now. It looks like the Sixers are in control. James Harden can't hit that three, but teammate
But he
can.
can, Drew.
Cash
But he
money.
can. Yes, it looks like
I think
the
I think that
76ers
play
are
worked
pulling
though.
away.
Yeah, that play worked despite the missed free from Harden because of the threat of James Harden. Um, yeah, like I said, I like the 76ers to make a deep run here. Um, I'm not going to sleep on the Raptors though. They are a gritty team who
Right,
just a
right.
few years ago won the finals.
Yep, very true, very true. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and like also Drew, different from college basketball in the NBA, you get up to 7 games to make it out of your round. So they will have home games in Toronto,
Oh yeah.
and honestly, Drew, I feel like that like it's a tougher task trying to play games in Canada because you got to pass the country and everything to their turf.
Oh yeah.
Like yeah, yeah, this is definitely not over. Like it looks like that like the 76ers can hold on. That we've seen crazier things, but I don't see the 76ers losing tonight's game. Um, but
No.
things will get interesting when it goes to Toronto. That's gonna be the key. When they get to Toronto, we'll find out. How good the Raptors are. When they get back home.
Man, Toronto just can't hit any bucket right now. Yeah. Yeah. Philadelphia definitely looks to be in control of this one.
Yeah. Although like
Oh,
it's
another
just the second
three.
quarter. And I was about to say like yeah like yeah folks, it's just second quarter, still plenty of ball left, but
Toronto hits a
I don't see.
three big time.
Yeah, I I
Yeah.
personally don't see how the 76ers can lose this game. Honestly, I don't see how they can lose this game. Like something dramatic has to happen at this point.
Yeah. Um, are we doing a mock draft? No, Bob, I don't think so yet. Anyway, we could if that's something you guys want us to do. Maybe we'll
Uh,
have a
uh,
mock
uh,
draft episode.
it's doable. I mean,
Yeah.
draft season is here. Technically speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that could be something that
Yeah.
we could do on our next show.
Yeah. Or yeah, definitely. That sounds interesting. I'm
Yeah,
down if you're down.
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely down. I'm definitely down. Like I got my computer like how you see like on the first take and undisputed. I can like look up stuff and
Oh yeah.
all that. But yeah, I'm definitely
Oh
down
yeah.
to do that. Looks like that they're getting close to halftime. 13 seconds left. But
Yeah.
Drew,
You see, guys,
are you
here
ready
on
to?
the Jammin Sports Show. No, I was just gonna say, in light of a possible mock draft episode, you guys, you see, me and Chris gives the people what they want.
Oh yeah,
We're gonna give the people what they want on the Jammin Sports Show. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it.
oh yeah. I'm
What were
definitely
you
all
gonna
for
say?
it too, Drew. Oh, I was gonna say I'm ready to talk about the the Golden State Warriors. I'm ready. I'm ready to
Yes.
talk about that bad man. That bad man.
Oh yes.
Or actually, Drew, I'll let you start.
Warriors.
Oh man.
Warriors. Yes.
Yeah.
Um, if you guys don't know, Steph Curry, the baddest man in the NBA, in my opinion, um, has been out for a couple weeks with a ankle sprain, I think it was. Um, he's been nursing that for like the past month, and tonight he returns game one against the Denver Nuggets. Chris, Steph versus Nikola Jokic. Who do you got?
Man, Drew, before I answer that question, Drew, like it just feels like the Warriors, they haven't been healthy these past couple of years. Like we haven't like it's been like a hot minute since we've had a healthy Warriors team. But like now we're finally starting get all those pieces back to where we're used to them
Yeah.
seeing the Golden State Warriors. But like now that you got what you need back for the most part. I think that they can win, and not only that, like Drew, like I think that they can win, like even if like Steph Curry wasn't there. I think that this is a 4-2
Yeah.
series that
Oh
the
yeah.
Warriors can win, regardless if Curry was there or not.
Oh yeah. Now I do like Denver. I really do. They are good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do see this being a competitive series, but I think the Warriors' playoff experience will come to play. Will come and play. Come into play here, and I like the Warriors winning this series 4-2 as well.
Yeah, and like also like
Now, Chris, here's where
there's
we're going to deviate. Now, here's where we're going to deviate. Um,
oh boy.
I am going to replace the Phoenix Suns with the Golden State Warriors in that NBA Finals prediction.
I see that. I
It's
see
about
that.
time.
I
It's
see that.
about time. It's about time.
Who do you have on the East side, though? Who do you have on the East side?
I honestly believe that the Milwaukee Bucks can come to play. I think they will
Oh, the
repeat
Milwaukee
as
Bucks.
East champ.
Oh.
Yes.
So
Giannis
Drew.
is just such a monster.
Mm. Yeah, I was about to ask, like, what do you see in the Milwaukee Bucks that like I don't see?
What do you mean that you don't see? What are you talking
I was
about?
trying to be like I was trying to be special with words, honestly.
Dude, the Milwaukee Bucks, the defending NBA champions, give me Giannis, give me Drew Holiday, give me Chris Middleton. Um, yeah, I like the Bucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
don't forget about the big man Lopez.
yeah, and like honestly, Drew, like other teams that I can see in the NBA Finals, like I do believe the Warriors can do it. I can see the Heat doing it. I don't see the Celtics doing it. I just can't see it, Drew.
There's too much.
Um,
I think there's too much stacked against them.
yeah, I really just don't see it with them. Um, I and 76ers, as far as the East, it is the Nets, 76ers, and the Heat and Bucks. Those are like, it's going to come down to one of those four, in my personal opinion, as far as like, who can make
Yeah.
the NBA Finals on the East side. And then as far as the West side, my top dog, the Suns. Um, TBA with the Mavericks, mainly because
Yeah.
Luca. But like
Yeah, Luca. Yeah,
I
that's a.
definitely like them though. I definitely like them a lot. Um, let's see. Got go. Did I say Golden State already?
Yeah, Chris. Let me stop you right there because I think you're forgetting somebody in the West.
Who?
The Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah. Like oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yep. Cause like, they asked, even though that they took a beating today. Like I still like them. Like like me personally, Drew. I need to see another game because like they didn't sell me after game one.
Yeah.
They didn't sell me pretty good.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Do the T Wolves have a chance? I mean, yeah, obviously they won today, so I think they have a chance. They might shock. They might shock the world in this series.
I think the Clippers can make some noise. I like the Clippers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like they
They
definitely
made some noise
look pretty
last year.
good. Yeah, like time will tell. With all these matchups, of course, like me, like I'm always cheering for the East because being like on the East side, also being an
Yeah.
Orlando Magic fan. But like Drew, I one thing I'm like still like trying to get used to saying the Lakers not being in the playoffs. What in the world happened, Drew? Like
Oh.
did they how did they
Oh.
collapse, Drew? Like what happened in your eyes?
Chris, honestly, this is one I cannot explain. I literally cannot explain it. you have the top trio in the NBA: LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis. That should be a championship winning formula, right?
Right.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I honestly
Yeah.
don't know. I just think bad luck.
Yeah.
LeBron
Drew,
James
like,
got hurt.
yeah. It,
They
Drew,
couldn't stay
I'm really
healthy
lost for words.
either.
Yeah. And
Yeah, they just could not stay healthy. They just had.
and Drew, like I I still see, like, LeBron James, like, he's still gonna be around for quite some time. Like, he's definitely not going anywhere. But
Oh yeah.
um Drew, do you see LeBron, getting back, to the conference championship, NBA finals, or like, has his time passed him when it comes to this level?
You know. You know. I don't think his talent is an issue. I do think he. I do think there needs to be a departure from LA in order for him to have success in the playoffs again. Because that franchise is just in shambles right now.
Yeah, and then, like, I also saw reports that, like, did they let go of their coach, or like, is that, like, up in the air?
Yes, they
Like
fired him.
yes, okay, so they did fire him. Yeah, so, like, like, right now, like, it is in shambles right now.
Which this is
Yeah.
so honestly crazy to think about because it was like literally just a couple years ago that they were the NBA Finals champions.
Yeah, yes, they literally
The
won
season that Kobe died.
in the COVID year. Yes, they literally won the COVID year. Oh, it's on through the USFL. Oh man, I like turned the TV
Yeah.
there because, yeah. Oh, oh man, but yeah.
What channel did you
Let me
go
get
to?
I'm on NBC
Sweet.
or Fox. Yeah, no, NBC. Hey,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
actually a
Here we
good
go. I
crowd out
found it.
there. Yeah, they are playing this
Ooh,
game
look at
at
that
UAB's
cinematic.
new stadium.
Oh wow, who's
Looks like
that long-haired dude? Oh yeah.
looks like a really nice crowd out there.
Okay, I'm going with the Stallions too. I'm going with the Stallions too.
Going with the Stallions.
Them long locks are nice.
Yeah.
them
Yeah. Oh,
them
I'm
Goldilocks are
also
nice, man.
I'm also claiming myself a Tampa Bay fan. For the USFL, they play tomorrow, but, like, since they're the Florida team, I'm announcing on this show that I am a Tampa Bay fan.
Yep. And they're in action tomorrow. Who did you say they're taking on tomorrow? Let's talk about that.
They are playing Pittsburgh tomorrow.
Oh, hey, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Do we have a
Drew.
rivalry on our hands?
Pittsburgh is called the Pittsburgh Maulers.
The Maulers. The Maulers. That is the
Yeah,
coolest name in
and
the
today we're
league.
called the Bandits.
Ooh.
Yep, the Bandits.
Oh.
See my
Bang,
guns, Drew? See
bang.
my guns?
Yes, I see it. Bang, bang.
Yep.
Um, man.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
man.
But Drew, this is a really good crowd out at this game. I like the crowd. The crowd looks really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, they shown out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like, this
Yeah.
at UAB, where they play their games at. Oh, Wow. Look at Coach Brockhard. I think that's how you say his name.
No, he's actually the reporter. Brock is the reporter. Skip Holtz. Yes, I was reading about this guy. He is the son of Lou Holtz.
Right. Wait. Oh, wait. Did I call him Brock? I was looking at Brock. I did not. I apologize. I did not mean to say Brock. Oh, they caught me
Hey,
slipping
this
there.
is a yeah. Hey, this is a
Oh,
new
man.
league after all. We're still learning these guys. That's okay. We're still learning.
Oh, like, I definitely know Brock. I've seen him multiple times, like through college football stuff. I was looking at him, like I
Yes,
saw
yes,
him.
yes.
Is that? Did you see that guy doing push-ups? He was doing push-ups.
Yeah. Oh yeah. How about that?
Yep. Oh, and
Playoffs
they're
and
explaining
championship will be
everything.
held in Canton, Ohio.
Hey, any
Look at
early
those
playoff
faces.
predictions? Like, call it right now. Who makes it to the playoffs? You know that we don't know anybody.
um, I gotta go with the Michigan Panthers.
Oh, Michigan
They held the number one
Panthers.
overall pick as they showed on this graphic. They took Shea Patterson, the
Oh, ho,
quarterback,
ho! Shea Patterson. Oh, and
keeping it
in
in
Michigan.
Michigan,
Oh, oh, it can't get any better
keeping
than
it
that.
in
Oh,
Michigan. Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
This is a watchable league. This league is watchable. Oh, you can watch. I'm excited about this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All
Oh,
right.
Drew, they're going to have legitimate kickoffs. They're going to kick off from the 25-yard line.
Wow. Oh
Oh
boy.
boy. Wow. Man, I'm really I am
Yeah, this is
thoroughly
crazy.
invested in this. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
crazy. Yeah. Any
Yes.
predictions
Well,
for
we're
tonight's
definitely still
matchup?
going to tune into. Definitely still tuning to the Golden State Warriors game tonight.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited for this. What to watch, man? What are we gonna
Uh,
do?
and and Drew, like I'm gonna be going back and forth with my TV. I'm definitely going to be going back and forth a lot. Like it's just good, football is back.
Yeah.
I can, go to different channels, and we still got spring games going. Like I'm just happy we got
Uh,
football year round again. Like that's something that I definitely like to have. Like as for as many years as possible.
Speaking of spring games, Chris. Speaking of spring games, um, I don't know if you saw Ohio State today.
Yes,
Their
yes, yes.
quarterback
They
C.J.
yeah,
Stroud. They put together a wonderful um, uh, shoot. What do you want to call it? A tribute
tribute.
to
Yeah.
the late great Dwayne Haskins, who unfortunately lost his life last Saturday.
Yeah.
Way too young. Way too young.
Yes, and we send our condolences to his family and also to you, Drew, and to the Pittsburgh community. On this loss, with
Yes.
his passing,
Yes.
which is very tragic. Like he definitely had a very bright future ahead of him in the NFL. He was just getting started, but like it was not too long ago that he
Oh
was at
yeah.
Ohio State and I'll never forget that 2018 season, man. They were one game away from making it to the playoffs. But man, that 2018
Yes.
season that they put up, nearly won the Heisman as well. He was that close. He was such a really good player.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
this season, I think he had a real chance to compete for the position in Pittsburgh.
yeah, yeah. Because
I think he had a real
when he
shot.
left, yeah, cause when you guys picked him up, it was in preparation for Ben Roethlisberger departure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. But
yeah.
it's unfortunate, how life works and everything. But we just hope that pick the Pittsburgh community and his family can find peace to move forward with that tragedy.
Yeah. So, uh,
Yeah, but Drew still have a lot that you guys are able to play forward. I mean, honestly, this could be a motivation for Pittsburgh going into this
oh,
fall.
yeah. Oh,
Like
yeah. And I think it, I think it could also motivate Ohio State, too.
yeah,
I think they're primed for a good year.
yeah,
You definitely got to mention them when you're talking about the playoffs
yeah,
in
because
college football. So,
Dwayne Haskins, he was only 24. He's not too far removed from his college days. A lot of
yeah,
people they're still playing at Ohio State that he played on that team. You know,
Chris, I'll give you this question that we got. As a Bears fan, I know that you guys are rivals with this team. What are your thoughts on the Vikings' future?
oh man, putting
Kind
Robert
of
to the
random state.
side, oh man, putting Robert to the side, I really want them to open up so badly with Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, he is such an elite running back. Even going back to his Florida State days.
Yes.
Like I mean,
Yeah.
I hate that as a rival, because I'm also a Miami fan, so I already know he gave me a lot of headaches, but for good cause. Um, me personally, I feel they like the Vikings, they need a legitimate quarterback. I think that's the first thing that they gotta shoot for, having a legitimate quarterback that's gonna be there for a good while. I think
Well, Chris, that was
it's
actually the second part of this question here.
oh yeah, 'cause
He
I can't see
also
the
added, Cousins the real deal?
oh wow. Yeah, like me, yeah, me personally, I feel like that the Vikings need another quarterback. I don't think that he's the person for the Vikings. I hope that one day the Vikings can pick up a really nice quarterback, or they take that risk like the Miami Dolphins did with the a few of their draft picks, and to get
Yeah.
somebody like a Tyreek Hill who
Oh, my goodness.
may,
Yes, we
may,
need to talk about that. We'll talk about that in a
yeah.
minute. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. But I just want to finish the thought on Cousins. Yeah, I agree. I think right now the current situation is Cousins has a couple of receivers that make him look better than he is.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about Adam Thielen and the young the young star Justin Jefferson, also former LSU player. Um, he's so good, man. I
Yeah.
think he is one of the best in the league.
Yeah, one thing that we can all agree on, the Vikings, they got the skill players. They definitely got it. It's just
Yeah,
the quarterback is just not where it's at. Like that's where the Vikings are being, held back the most. Like they need a
yeah.
legitimate quarterback. Until then,
Consistency at the position.
yeah, to be like more specific. Consistency at the end of the day, they did need a quarterback. Until then, it's like they're going to keep on falling short, to, you know, like those playoff hopes and all that. Although, like, I can actually see them make the playoffs this year. I can see that happening. But like, it's just like actually like going deep into the playoffs. You know, I just don't see it under Kirk Cousins.
But
Okay,
yes,
and
Chris, we touched. Yeah. Well,
keep
Chris,
going,
we
Drew.
teased it a second ago. We teased it a second ago.
Yes, we
Tyreek
did.
Hill in a blockbuster.
Ah! Oh man, I mean,
in a stunner.
Drew, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm honestly more shocked with Tyreek Hill going from the Chiefs to the Dolphins than Tom Brady coming back. Like,
Oh my
I'm
goodness, Chris. Turn your attention to the TV. Sorry, I do not mean to interrupt, but oh my goodness.
oh wait,
What a
oh, I see a
first
bomber.
play.
Oh, what? Are you serious, Drew? Are you serious?
Oh my goodness, what a play to kick off. What a play to kick off the inaugural USFL season.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that replay. Oh, even the cheerleader, you saw the cheerleader, she was like,
Oh my
what? Well,
goodness.
Drew, we might have to change our picks. I think New Jersey might win this one because I don't.
Yeah,
Any
maybe.
Jersey
Yeah.
picks?
Well, yeah. Hey, so Chris, let's go back to Tyreek Hill to the
Right,
Dolphins.
right, right.
Um, just totally unexpected. Did not see it coming. Um, Chris, I have a question for you, my friend.
Sure, ask away, buddy.
Does this does this help the Dolphins more, or does this hurt the Chiefs more?
Wow, you hit me with that kind of question, huh?
Yeah. Hey, we
Drew,
have some hard hitting
I
questions on this show.
I think that this helps the Dolphins more. And I say this because
Yeah.
um Tua more ammo for his offense.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
like with Tua, still being brand new to the league, he definitely needs a Tyreek Hill with him. Whereas Patrick Mahomes, he's been in the league, long enough to like have like that veteran leadership that he can afford, losing a Tyreek Hill to an extent. So I think that this because of that reason, like
Also, yeah.
yeah. Go ahead, Drew.
Also, look at who they teamed him up with in Miami. A young Jalen Waddle,
Yep.
um, who is also, I think, a very similar type of player to Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So that
I
duo,
definitely.
I could see them. I could see them being dangerous.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely agree 100%. I I think this is finally the year for the Dolphins, Drew. I think that we're going to see them in the playoffs. Like, there's like no reason for them
Yeah,
not to make it at this point.
yeah.
Yep. I
Oh,
definitely
touchdown!
first touchdown of
Sorry.
the year of the new league.
Well, we have an answer to trivia question right now. Who caught the first touchdown in USFL history? Unfortunately, it looks like he's hurt right now. But unfortunately, it
Randy
looks like he's
Satterfield.
hurt after making that catch. Yeah, and who threw it? Perez. Like I said,
Yep,
Chris, we still
yep.
have to learn. We will learn these guys' names better throughout the season.
Yeah, and don't worry, folks. By the time
Oh,
July comes around, we will be a lot better. I'm not saying that we'll be perfect, but we're definitely a lot better.
yeah, and by July, the season will be over. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then Drew, um, we will only have 1 month of chill time till the NFL starts their preseason. So it works out perfectly. With the USFL.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep, yep. Man, Drew. A lot has gone down. This past year, man. Like what's gonna be like our next show? Like what is that looking like? For us, still doing more recaps or when we reflect on the current.
Dude, I still think we have a lot to recap.
Yeah, cause I mean,
There's
shoot,
so many
we got
things to
college
recap.
basketball, the 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 UFC
Oh,
fighting.
let's actually talk about that.
Which
Let's
one?
actually talk about that.
Which one?
College basketball season. Man, what
Yeah,
a season.
I was like, yeah. Man, Drew, this was the most fun I've ever had in college basketball.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
This is probably the best overall tournament I can remember
yeah. I mean,
from
you
wire to
had
wire.
yeah, like you had the anticipation, with Mike Krzyzewski, like not knowing when
Yeah.
his last ever game will be, and Lord and behold, his last game was against North Carolina out of all teams in the Final Four, which they say that was the first time ever that they matched up in in the tournament ever. Actually,
Okay,
no,
I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that statistic, I was shocked.
I was surprised too,
Yeah, I was shocked
and
just
and
because we know how historic that rivalry is.
like out of all years they have their first ever meeting in the NCAA tournament. It's in the Final Four for a trip to the national championship game.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, and and,
But man, what a
and
classic that was.
and Drew, this leads me to my next question. Who was the more surprising team, Drew? St. Peter's on making it to the Elite Eight, or was it North Carolina making it always to the national championship game this year?
Oh, come on. St. Peter's. Easily.
Man,
Easily.
St. Peter's, like they created like the most memorable, the most memorable Cinderella story I have ever seen in my lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Man, oh, man. Ah, yeah. St. Peter's, what they did this season was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yeah, like it was shocking, like them being Kentucky, but like honestly, Drew, like after that game, it was like I knew that they were going to beat Murray State. I knew that they were going to beat Purdue. Like it was like
Really?
one of those things. Yeah, like it was cause like it was like if you can beat Kentucky, you can definitely beat Murray State. Although like we see like a
Well,
lot
I
of teams
sort of
like
had the opposite reaction.
oh really
Yeah, I was like, because, okay, going into that game against Kentucky, that first round matchup against Kentucky, I had never heard of them in my life. I think if you played, or at least I thought at the time, if they played that game again, 9 times out of 10, it's going the other way.
mm,
That's what I thought at the time. I wasn't taking anything away from what St. Peter's did, but I just think, yeah, I thought at first they got lucky.
yeah
But then they beat Murray State. You're right. Then they beat Murray State. And you're like, wait a minute. Wait just a minute here. What do we got going on here? And then they played Purdue, right? And it's like, no
mm-hmm.
way. No way. And then, yes way. They just kept defying the odds again and again. And it was a magical run. And it might not ever be replicated again.
Yeah, like they made history, Drew, becoming the first ever 15 seed to reach the Elite Eight.
Yeah, exactly. So their run was historic. Yeah, I
Okay. So
I don't see
so
anything
Drew,
like this happening for a long time.
yeah, so Drew, I have a question for you. Who is the most disappointing team in this tournament?
Most disappointing, I would probably say Gonzaga
Mm.
because they were the number one, right? And
Yes.
they had high hopes for winning the title again. Oh my goodness, Chris. Sorry to interrupt again, but we have a Birmingham touchdown.
Oh, you know what? I picked them. That's why I picked them, y'all.
Oh, yeah, just kidding. They're still my pick. Yep. Oh my goodness. Air raid. Oh my goodness, what a catch.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Chris,
but
did you
Drew,
see that catch?
yes, I saw it, man. I saw it. Yeah, but Drew, my most disappointing team, I'm going to give it to the Auburn Tigers.
Oh
They
yeah,
they were
yeah.
yeah they were my most disappointing team. But like in the regular season, they look unstoppable. Like nobody could touch Auburn at all. like then like towards the end of the season and in their postseason tournaments they just collapsed and they lost to Miami in the second round, which are like like as a Miami fan like I'm very happy that they were able to pull it off, but like looking back at everything, like for Auburn to like lose to Miami in the second round, very disappointing finish considering like where they were in the regular season.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah, really surprised by Auburn. I thought they were going to go a lot further than they did. But, hey, that's just a credit to how this tournament went, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
madness. It's called March Madness for a reason.
Yep.
Definitely lived up to the billing.
Oh yeah. And like as a Miami fan, like this was an historic year for Miami. Just like St. Peter's, they made their first ever Elite Eight in program history. So this is a year that
Just like Iowa State.
yeah, like oh, speaking of Iowa State, Drew, you know they had an amazing turnaround from where they were
Oh,
last year to this year. Like that the turnaround was
yeah.
unbelievable. Nothing to be ashamed of as a Cyclone fan.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a non-biased take, but I think the most impressive team in the tournament this year was what they were able to do. Yeah, we have a couple state fans here. Go Clones. Yeah, but man, what a
Yeah,
season! 2-20 last year. Only
oh
two
my
wins
gosh,
all year long,
it was a
and to go
mess.
ahead and make the run they had after
Yeah,
just 1 year. Now,
and
unfortunately,
hey,
it ended against your Hurricanes,
right, right.
but that was a good battle, man. That was a good battle.
Hey, you made it further than Iowa's the University of Iowa, which many people had Iowa going pretty deep in the tournament. I think that's another disappointing team.
That's yeah, oh yeah, totally. And yes, they were. They were very disappointing.
Yeah, yeah, but the future is definitely bright for Iowa State. We can definitely agree on that. You know that
Oh
they
yeah,
got
oh yeah.
handled pretty badly against Miami in Sweet 16, but it was really nothing to be ashamed of. Like Iowa State was not supposed to make it this far in that tournament
No,
or let alone even make the tournament.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So like I'm definitely looking forward to
yeah.
seeing what the Cyclones can do in the future.
Agreed, agreed, agreed.
Yeah. Like my most surprising team, Drew, honestly, in this tournament, outside of the Cinderellas, it was it was North Carolina. I was surprised that this particular North Carolina team was able to reach the national championship game after struggling so badly in the regular season. I mean, Drew, it was bad in the regular season. Like I don't know how they even found
Yeah,
a way to beat Duke in their last two times that playing each other. Like it was that bad there during the regular season.
yeah,
Yeah, like I and then like when the tournament started, like they started playing real North Carolina basketball that we've always you know known, like that tradition continued in that tournament as if you know they didn't skip a beat. Like there wasn't any major hiccups or problems during the regular season. Like you honestly couldn't tell watching that tournament. Watching that North Carolina you know NCAA tournament team versus the regular season team. I I don't know
Yeah.
what that turnaround was. Do, do, um, do you know what what led to their turnaround, Drew?
Yeah, I have no idea. I just think they played inspired. They played inspired, and they they played like a one seed all tournament long.
Yeah, and honestly, Drew, this marks as uh, like the future is for sure as bright as it can get for for Coach Davis. Like
Yeah.
he managed to get North Carolina to the national championship game in year one. Year one.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though they didn't come home with the win, they're very close against Kansas, who we'll talk about very soon. Um, they
Oh
they
yeah.
did an unbelievable job. Hats off to North Carolina, you know, and their team. But now let's talk about the Kansas Jayhawks, Drew. Like honestly, Drew, I don't think many people picked Kansas to actually win this national championship. I don't think many people saw this coming.
Yeah. No, I knew they could go and get there, but I just didn't think it would be the year. I just like you had Baylor, you had Auburn, you had Duke, so many teams that you could pick over Kansas.
Yeah, yeah, and this marks their first national championship since 2008. So it's been a good while, for Kansas, but definitely a well deserved victory. They looked dominant the entire tournament. Like they were like the sleeping giant of this tournament, honestly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and
you go ahead, Drew.
no, you go ahead.
Okay. I was going to ask Drew. So we had the Final Four game. They dominated Villanova, but of course Villanova they didn't have their full team. They lost one of their key players. To injury. Do you feel like that had he played that could have made a difference when they played Kansas?
I think that no, I just didn't see Villanova making it. Yeah, I think it would have gone the
Mm.
same way.
Yeah. Me personally, Drew, I agree with you. I think that the score would have been closer, but I still believe that Kansas would have won the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, but hats off to Kansas. Big 12. So it was it's still a pretty good showing for the Big 12 to bring home another national championship. Drew, last year you had Baylor. This year you got Kansas.
yeah,
Yeah, yep. And so we'll see how the future goes. Within the Big 12. Right now it's all about the Big 12. When it comes to basketball.
yeah.
Yep. And so Drew, let's reflect on Coach K's legacy, man. he's finally retired.
Oh yeah.
And Drew, well, do you have like a like your like most memorable game watching Coach K and the Duke Blue Devils during his tenure?
Oh man, there's probably so many, and a lot of them I think go back even before our time.
Yeah.
Um, so I just think it's hard to think about one particularly, but that just shows you the type of legacy that he will leave behind.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, Drew, like it's going to be it's already a different feeling, like on North Carolina's side, with Roy Williams, no longer being there now. Coach K is no longer there, and it's going to be a different feeling watching the Duke North Carolina games from here on out. With these new coaches who, like,
Oh yeah,
I definitely see the legacy will continue. I don't like Duke in North Carolina is never going away. They're always going to be, that top premier when you think about college basketball, or honestly basketball in general.
yeah, yeah. I think they'll be able to carry on the rivalry though. I think it's just too historic of a rivalry not to. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, definitely agree. Oh, I was just turning to a ESPN, Joe. We got a fight night going on with UFC. Are you going to check that out?
I don't know, dude. Again, there's so much to watch. Oh my goodness.
Man, man, oh man. It really is a lot to watch, man.
Yeah,
Man, but this was definitely a good reflection. Having this show again, Drew. This was really good.
yes.
Check out the show again. Thankfully,
We will
the
definitely be back.
technical, yeah, thankfully the technical difficulties um didn't mess up
Yeah,
too much. We were able to get this show in. Hopefully, we could be on time and do that.
yes,
Like, I shouldn't have you know any last second errands to run and everything. But like Drew, is there anything else that we need to discuss while we're here, or save it for the next show?
I'm sure there is, but I think we should wrap it up. Um,
Yeah, and,
leave it for next
and
time,
Drew,
man.
yeah. And Drew, you want to know? The beauty part about the Jammin Sports Show these days is that we're not on time constraint. We can go as long as we want.
Oh yeah, love it.
Yeah,
We may have
like we're
a
not on
lot
time.
to talk about. We may have not so much. More likely the other way around. But yeah,
Yep. So like Drew and I, we're definitely going to we're going to talk to see when we want to do like our next show, but definitely keep an eye on this page to stay informed on our next show. My apologies again
yes,
for the delay. That was definitely on me. Like that was last second stuff that I had to check in with, but we was able to get the show still, Drew, which is the most important thing. We are back, and we're going to stay back as
yeah,
long as we are both still alive.
yes. Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's time to wrap it up for tonight.
Yeah. Well, Drew, you already know the send off. I'm Chris Lucas.
And I'm Drew Carfrey. Gosh, that feels good. Yes.
Yes, we are back.
We
Oh,
are
I can't wait for
signing
this off
out.
season. Yeah. See ya,
Oh,
Drew.
yeah. Have a good night, man. Peace.